This week on the Syrin, the D&D Dungeon Master's Guide is out! A great looking indie game on Kickstarter, a quick start rule set you can read for free, Nova Praxis comes to Savage Worlds, and this month's out-of-print gaming book you need to own. The Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition DMG is out, and the verdict is in. It's great stuff. Nicely published, great art, fantastic writing, lots and lots of random tables, including the beloved random treasure of previous editions. Remember the red dragon from AD&D with treasure types H, S and T? Lots of good advice for DMs building adventures and worlds, not so much on handling players and the like, and a few other gaps, but hey, they only had 320 pages. There are lots of detailed reviews out there, so check out some of our links below if you've got some time. In the meantime, anyone for a game of Pathfinder? Sorcerers of Ur-Turuk is a new D6 system-based RPG that plunges you into a world of dark sorcery and burning skies, currently on Kickstarter. The game is brought to you by Graham Botley of Arian Games, a favourite of Dicestormer Murray, since this was the man who brought out the 2nd edition of his all-time favourite RPG, Maelstrom. The Kickstarter is already funded, but ends on December 9th and is well worth a look. The artwork alone is unusual and stunning. Take a strong dash of Persian mythology and desert culture, add in some swords and sorcery, ancient temples, dark gods, finish with group-style play where every player has multiple characters, and a free-form and flexible magic system, and you've got this game. It's gotta be worth a look. Looking for a fantasy game that's a little different to the mainstream companies? Check out Awaken, a dark fantasy RPG created by a small indie company called The Games Collective. It features an intriguing simultaneous combat system and a story-driven mechanic that encourages players to take control of the narrative, even to the point of automatically succeeding at tasks. Sounds overpowered? You can judge for yourself. You can find a link to the slick and beautifully illustrated quick start rules in the description below. Void Star Studios has now released a Savage Worlds edition of their popular RPG Nova Praxis. Originally created as a Fate system, Nova Praxis is set in the distant future, where humanity has been forced to flee the Earth from a nanite plague of their own creation. The game has a very cyberpunk meets Firefly feel, with themes of transhumanism and post-scarcity societies blending with shadow wars and corruption. We've been enjoying playing Nova Praxis, and I can't wait to give this Savage Worlds edition a try. And finally, for our new monthly segment, we've decided to call an out-of-print gaming book you need to own. Snappy, huh? This week, I bring you the Stronghold Builder's Guidebook, written by David Norman and Matt Forbeck, who we featured in last week's Syrin. If you love building and imagining and adding up and planning, what roleplayer doesn't, then you'll love this 128-page manual. I'm not sure what I thought I was getting myself into when I bought this book, but in it, I found every detail I didn't realise I didn't know about building every single type of castle imaginable. What sort of walls do I need? How many towers? How much do I need to pay the blacksmiths? How much would it cost to make my castle float in the air? Is it more expensive to build my castle at the bottom of the sea? Should I go with checks or stripes on my bed linen? Seriously, if you're like me, you can get lost for days in this book. Someone get me some grid paper. I've got a castle to build. The book was written for 3E D&D, but you can definitely use it with just about any fantasy RPG you like. It's out of print, but it's worth watching eBay for a copy. As we record, there are 2 on sale right now. Well, that's your lot for this week. Make sure you subscribe and like, and if you've got a moment, comment below. It's your comments that are making this show better every week. And while you're at it, what's your favourite gaming book you think I need to know about? I'd love to hear it. See you next week, and until then, may all your rolls be statistically above average.